A group of us 10 students came to the Hebrew University at Mount Scopus to promote shared civil society and help bridge the gap, or really just to learn from various perspectives from Jewish Israelis and Arab Israelis, to understand the conflict that's been going on since 1948. Through our visit, we got to share in unique perspectives along the way. These unique perspectives were from various NGOs, nonprofit organizations, academics, learning about everything from shared water policy, natural resource management, to bridging the gap on human rights and Palestinian rights, Arab rights, Jewish rights, understanding the conflict from various angles and trying to provide our perspectives.
So this is my third time back in the state of Israel, and regardless of the fact that I've been here 2 other times for extended periods of time, I found it extremely valuable to be here. We met with a lot of different NGOs that work in various spaces within the communities, the Jewish Israelis and the Palestinian Israelis. In this region, it's definitely easy when you hear so many stories to feel like there is a lack of hope and vision for the future, and I think that the NGOs that we met with really do have a vision of a true shared society in the future of the Israeli state, and this program solidified my belief that that is possible and inspired me to be a stronger advocate, especially in America, for people that will work in this space in the future to promote that shared society in the future of the Israeli state for both Jews and Palestinians.
So what we do is we host high-tech and entrepreneurial training alongside conflict dialogue for Israelis and Palestinians from the West Bank and from inside 48 borders.
Our goal as an organization is to focus on youth and young people, and to create, we focus on political education, and we focus on creating meaningful encounters between Jewish and Palestinian youth and young people.
And there's lots of nonprofits we heard from. Were there any that kind of stuck out to you that were helping to navigate the scene in a different way that might be beneficial to society?
Yeah, I think two of the ones that stand out to me first was the Oasis of Peace. I think that the ability to be able to call the other person your neighbor is something that I think we could even take back home. And I think, obviously, we know that this conflict has changed. We know that even though it still is dangerous, that there seems to be people that are interested in moving towards a peaceful resolution. And I think that the Oasis of Peace was a good example. Obviously, it's a small example. They only had a couple families, of the shared society, but it's a good start. And then the other organization, I think, is still the YMCA of Jerusalem. That is one of the nicest YMCAs I've ever been to. And just their programs of building a shared society, starting with kids and having classes for all types of people and not relegating anybody out the door, I think is important.
I especially enjoyed hearing from Eaton. He's a human rights lawyer that serves Palestinians in the West Bank. He also served in the Israeli army and was involved with the civil administration in the territories. It's really inspirational to hear people that are coming from potentially a Jewish background, bridging the gap and going across the aisle to serve the other side, and that was a really good role model.
We have a lot of lawyers who represent Palestinian things, but it's different when I come to court than Arab local attorney come to court. The judge look at us differently. Pity, but that's the way it is. And he might be wiser than me, he might know law better than me, but when I speak, they listen. So it's a very unique situation.
And through shared meetings that were organized here at Hebrew University with the 10 UT students and the 10 Hebrew University students, which were shared Arab Israeli and Jewish Israeli. We really got down to the thick of it in understanding the conflict.
But I'm glad to say that all of you came and was really open to learn and to see about to see and think about the two sides of the story. And there is two sides of the story, and it was a bit more comforting to know.
The Austin, Texas, who I think first you brought a lot of knowledge. I think part of the power of a group that each one like have his own point of view and own knowledge, and you all like public affairs students. So for me at least, it was really like also meaningful to hear all of you.
It's been really good to get both perspectives. I think it was very fresh and relaxing to not come here and have an American perspective. I think it was nice just to sit back and listen. Obviously, in some conversations, it did get a little testy, but it's just their shared experiences. It's the things that they've been through, and it was interesting to see, how they think about the conflict. And it humanizes what everybody's going through, and I think that's one thing that I've taken away from this.
I think the biggest thing for me was that at the very root of all of these issues is humanity, and that's why I could see the U.S.'s struggles in some of the things that I heard from the students here, and it was kind of eye-opening to see how different things are, but how similar they are as well.
Through our visit, we visited so many interesting sites, museums, Yad Vashem, which is the Holocaust Museum, the Israel Museum. We learned about various aspects of Jewish society, how it's come to be today, and really understand the shared society. And of course, we had an absolute blast experiencing everything that Israel has to offer for tourists. From the Qumran caves to the Masada National Park. We even got to float in the Dead Sea. Had some great food, met some amazing people, including, of course, the students at Hebrew University. But from us here at UT Austin, we want to thank the Hebrew University at Mount Scopus for allowing us the opportunity to go and really learn about the conflict and everything that you go through on a daily basis.
I'm grateful for the university for allowing us the opportunity to come here, and it's my understanding that we're the first class to be able to meet with Israeli students, both Arab Israeli and Jewish Israeli students, and that opportunity is one that I don't think I would have had.
We also here at the students at the LBJ School want to thank the RGK Center and of course the LBJ School for allowing us to go on this fantastic trip.